Looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Looking at the starting five for the Boston Celtics. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. Tatum and Horford, the duo at forward. And it's Porzingis in at the 5.
You know, you can expect Porzingis to make a jumper like that whenever he takes one in rhythm.
Achua finds Hart. Kicks it out, Towns. Anunoby on the wing. Towns on a screen. Let's go with a 3. And Anunoby gets the 3.
Nice job by OG Anunoby to be aggressive from distance.
Here's Tatum going inside. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move. He's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on OG Anunoby. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. You know, it's easy to focus on Jason Tatum scoring. But Doris, he's excellent in a number of areas.
Brian, he's a high-level rebounder. He now knows how to keep his teammates involved. He's competitive on the defensive end and willing to absorb a big-time assignment. He has got a complete game.
Porzingis for 3. The Knicks with the rebound. Achua up top. He's guarded by White. Anunoby for 3. And it's Jason Tatum with the rebound. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor.
That's what you call speed, being the difference in transition. Off the steal, Derek White so heads up.
Outside Anunoby. Fires for 3. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. And that'll be Boston's ball as it goes out of bounds. Celtics able to keep possession here. And Allie LaForce spoke with Tom Thibodeau. Allie.
I asked him about the star power that they're up against tonight, and he said, quote, "I'm not worried about the highlight reel plays. I'm worried about the relentless nature of that team over there. And the ringleader is Drew Holiday. He plays every possession on both ends of the floor."
Appreciate the report, Allie.
First team foul.
And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Right, pass to Hart. Towns against Tatum. Out to the right wing. Back to Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Big time slam by Karl Anthony Towns. They love when he's playing with this sort of aggression.
Pass to Holiday. Right with a steal. And here we go. The Knicks in transition. And it's Towns with the power finish.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons. And defensively, you have to make them work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
Towns a screen on Holiday.
2 minutes remaining.
Anunoby for 3. No good that time. Boston trailing. Here's Tatum. Pass to Horford. On the wing, Holiday. Beyond the arc. Good, and it's Horford who picks up the assist. Well, plenty of give and take so far.
There's 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
Achua passes to right. Towns outside. Achua with a screen on Porzingis. Shot clock at 5. Anunoby passes to Wright. Over Holiday. And it's Wright missing. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And again, Boston with the triple.
And I really like Holiday's shot selection. It's fun watching him measure defenses and catch them off guard.
Anunoby against Holiday. Achua with a screen on Holiday. Anunoby can't get it to go.
Well, he tries to enter with a 3 of his own and can't do it. You can't get caught up in the one-on-one aspect.
Horford passes to Tatum. Horford, a screen on Anunoby. Outside White. Late clock, the Celtics got to hurry here. And Tatum, the bucket on the assist by White. Tatum's gotten his second bucket of the game.
They're beginning to take control now, and this could be a crucial point in the game.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Celtics lead by 7. He goes up, rips down the breakaway slam.
Don't sleep on the athleticism of Derek White. How fast did he get off his feet to punch that one home?
Anunoby passes to Wright. To stop the run. And so it's Boston. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, guys, what do you think about the Celtics here in this one?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
Taking a look at the Celtics. Jaylen Brown is out there with Peyton Pritchard. Then it's Torrey Craig, and it's Queta in at the center position, locking down the middle. Pass to Hauser. Takes a 3. Unable to get that one.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Doris, you talk about the bounciest big men in the association. Mitchell Robinson's on the short list.
Come on now, this guy is a game changer as a lob threat and rim protector. He's grown up so much in terms of avoiding foul trouble, and he's putting in the work on the offensive end. Mitchell Robinson is a big-time player.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Ooh, a good look from Bridges. And Craig pulls it down.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Here's Pritchard. And again, Boston with the triple.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Brunson with the bucket.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast, but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well. And when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. Pass to Robinson. It's Bridges on the wing. The kick out to Brunson. That one's down for Brunson.
Well, the high-valued three-point shot from the corners. Jalen Brunson steps in and knocks it down.
And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Knicks foul. Mikal Bridges. First personal foul.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Queta, pass to Craig. Here's Hauser. There's the 3. And so many screens today. Ride that line of moving or not. Doris, you think players get away with too much movement on picks?
I think, Brian, it definitely feels like there's a lot more gray area. You have these things now called drag screens. A lot of screens today feel like maybe 30 years ago they would have been a foul. So, hey, I always say, officiating in this league with the speed and the skill is really, really difficult.
Brown passes to Pritchard.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Releases. And a sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Pritchard's got 5 now. Outside Brunson. Pass to McBride. Bridges, left side. Back to McBride. Launches a 3. He drops it from range. McBride's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Brown passes to Hauser.
Celtics lead 26-22.
Tipped away. Fast break. New York for 3. Bridges. Queta pulls it in. Boston leading by 4. Outside, Brown. Here's Hauser. Checked by Tucker. Pass to Pritchard. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Bridges.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
The hard work that Brunson has put in over the years, it really shows in his game, Doris.
I'll say this about Jalen Brunson. As his coach likes to say, he may not pass the eye test, but he passes the win test. Unbelievable footwork, fundamentals, and a clutch gene. Love Jalen Brunson's game. Now, Jalen Brunson approaches the point guard position as a scorer. Boy, this guy can light you up.
Hauser passes to Craig. Pass to Hauser. Clock at 6. Fires for 3. Misses another. Just 1 of 4 from the floor. Here's McBride. Driving to the basket, and he jams it home with authority.
That's just outstanding floor awareness from Jalen Brunson. It doesn't matter if it's at the 1 or the 2. He always makes the right play.
Here's Pritchard. That's his 3rd basket in 5 shots. Solid work.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Brunson with it. 12 points for him. Brunson rushes in. Can't hit from in close.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Jalen Brunson in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Precious Achiuwa is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Wright in at the point guard position. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Love to see Derek White go right up with it off the catch. No doubt right there. Just get the jumper flowing.
Towns passes to Wright. Towns a screen on White. Oh, they get a hand on it. Anunoby on the wing. Achiuwa with a screen. Down low. Horford with some nice D. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Celtics. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive. Both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league. And it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Achiuwa for 3. They get it back. Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Yeah, you love to see Towns mix it up a little bit. Gets his team a bucket on a second chance.
Here's Tatum. It's Tatum working inside.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Anunoby on the wing. He's covered by Holiday. And there's the basket, and the whistle blows. Chance at a 3-point play here. Going to the line for one. Doris Ogiananobi helped the Raptors so much on their title run in 2019.
Yeah, the hard part is he was never able to suit up for the NBA Finals. To get through the season and then have an injury at that point, heartbreaking for a player. But consider, he's the first UK-born player to win an NBA title, and that cannot be taken away.
Spins. Here's Holiday. They kick it out to Porzingis. Outside White. And it's New York with a rebound. To the middle. Achua with the dunk.
A bit undersized. His hops make him a legit small ball forward.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, it sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling. Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you. And of course, Boston winning 8 consecutive titles from 1959 to 1966. Doris, you think we'll ever see a streak like that again?
BA, I think that's almost impossible in this day and age. With free agency, with more salary cap restrictions, it's just hard to win 2 in a row these days, let alone 8. My goodness. Guys, how about that body control from Porzingis? You think it's easy as 7'3" to gut your way through that kind of contact? That's nice.
Well, Doris, you watch Kristaps Porzingis at the defensive end. He changes a lot of shots.
There is no doubt, BA. At 7'2", it isn't just simply about sending shots back. It's about changing the trajectory. But I think as importantly, guys don't want to go in the lane because of his presence.
Here's Holiday. They kick it out to Porzingis. Horford, a screen on Towns. Porzingis with it. Now guarded by Achua. Porzingis passes to Holiday. Horford with it. Oh, it's blocked by Towns!
Outstanding anticipation from Pat right there. He sends that thing back to another zip code.
A new lineup here for New York. Third quarter action. Just under 3.5 minutes had passed. Outside Robinson. Pass to McBride. The shot. And a big finish by Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson understands how to position himself and turn the lights out. Makes that easy.
The 3 from Craig. It doesn't go for him. Here's New York. They're on a 13-4 run. Here's Bridges, and he drives in. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. Celtics trail by 4. Pass to Hauser. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
The play will be reviewed under NBA rules.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
We know that the defense in today's NBA wants to take away the rim and the 3. Mr. Brunson says, I'll take that mid-range.
Brown, no good. Knicks leading by 4. Bridges passes to McBride. Here's Brunson outside. Oh, corner pocket from Brunson.
Opportunistic basketball. Gets a great look at the 3 in transition.
Knicks lead, 46.
Brown with it, and Bridges picks him up defensively. Here's the pick. Pritchard to pass to Hauser. Driving in. Here's Keita. Here's Pritchard. Knocks down the long J. Pritchard's got 10 points.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Robinson finds Bridges. He got it up. Oh, at the buzzer! Wow!
I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh, wow.
Great.
And so it's the New York Knicks leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team, and more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the 4th quarter. They've got Jaylen Brown. He's out there with Peyton Pritchard. And it's Craig in at the power forward spot.
And coming down the stretch, you just can't afford that type of defensive breakdown.
And right now, neither side can get a stop. Looks like both coaches will have plenty of material for the film room.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. 4-point game. Outside McBride. Pass to Robinson. Out to the wing.
Celtics foul.
So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. Towns, he's checked in for Robinson. Josh Hart comes in for Tucker. Anunoby, he's checked in for McBride. And Wright subbed in for Jalen Brunson. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Porzingis is checked in for Queta. Tatum comes in for Craig. White, he's checked in for Hauser. And Holiday subbed in for Pritchard. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
This is the thing about Kristaps Porzingis. He has both size and skill, a high percentage play right there.
Both free throws good from Porzingis. New York leading by 4. Up top, Anunoby. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now. Anunoby against White. Now here's Brown. Tatum from long range. JT for 3.
What a weapon the 3 has become for Jason Tatum. Look out.
Pass to Towns. 2 minutes gone by here in the 4th. Bridges finds Hart. 6 on the shot clock. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Brown against Bridges. Drive by Brown. There's Tatum with the 3. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Bridges outside. From downtown. Porzingis grabs the board. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Tatum a screen on Bridges. Holiday. And Holiday powers it home.
And striking without warning. Holiday can be so sudden.
Anunoby on the wing. He's covered by Holiday. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul. Tatum with a steal.
Really poor pass there, guys. And the D did a great job capitalizing off the mistake.
And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2.
Well, at 7'3", Porzingis is a difficult check. He puts the defense in a bind right there.
Both free throws good from Porzingis.
Well, this is the kind of player he is. The tougher the moment, the more he elevates his game.
Hart passes to Towns. It's Wright on the wing. Towns outside. It's Bridges on the wing. And stolen by Brown. Hart against Tatum. Outside, Brown. Pass to Holiday. Puts up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. Bridges finds Hart. To win the cold spell. Back to Bridges. Tatum with a steal. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Holiday passes to Tatum. Back to Holiday. Here's the three. Sends it home from three-point land. Holiday's got 5 points now in the quarter. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Right outside. Out to Bridges. Outside Anunoby. Just 5 to shoot. Lets the three fly. And again, the Knicks missing. Anunoby against Tatum. Porzingis for three. And it's New York with a rebound.
First clean look they have. I mean, they've got to take it.
And they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. For three, Bridges. They get the rebound. Kicks it out, Towns. Towns, a screen on White. Lets it go from deep. Oh, gets the three to fall. Ooh, poked away. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. What's the best strategy for him?
No choice but to go for the three. Maybe set up a screen to carve out some space and get a clean look.
Anunoby for three. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to OT, but they come up empty-handed. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mid, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the field. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him
There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The post pair form will be Williams and Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Wiggins in at the 3 slot. Now, here's Dort. For the 3, that falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Dort's got the first points up on the board here for the Thunder. It's Hart on the wing. Anunoby against Dort. Jacks up a 3. Anunoby, good.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Now here's Wiggins. Holmgren wide open. And a miss there on the triple. It's Hart on the wing. Offline with his 3. The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Here's Wright after the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Hart with the screen for Anunoby. Off the left rim and out. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Good.
Gilgeous-Alexander's nothing if not a creator. Make that pass in his sleep.
New York's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Anunoby, good.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Tom Thibodeau had a few minutes to share. He said SGA has this special ability to lull a defender into a slower pace and then suddenly make a quick move that leaves everybody just standing there. Coach feels the attention has to be on him. He wants to force somebody else to beat them. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Count that one for Dort.
Well, if you're looking for a 3 and D player, Dort plays D, and there's your 3.
Pass to Tucker. Back to Towns. Hart against Williams. The kick out to Anunoby. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And from three-point range, guys, he has hit the ground running. What a first quarter.
Knicks lead 11-10.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Dort passes to Gilgeous-Alexander.
2 minutes.
Outside Williams. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
3-point goal.
Williams has got 5. New York's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. And there's the call on Chet Holmgren. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Tucker the pass to Towns. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Holmgren.
Yeah, an incredible offensive force. Towns showing that strength and touch off. This guy can do it all.
You know, Brent, when you talk about home court advantage, the Knicks have one of the best.
Well, New York is so electric, and just I have memories, Kevin, of walking out on that court and it just feeling different. So the Mecca is back, and when it's loud, it is delicious.
Count that one for Dort.
Well, the size and skill of Dort is pretty unique. He can be really effective at any position on the floor.
And there's the call on Lou Dort. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Oklahoma City.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 4 on the clock. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Here's Hart. Anunoby outside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws again. The numbers will back it up, Brett, but when you watch OG Anunoby, it's easy to see why he is an elite defender.
Yeah, Kevin, he's been slept on by a lot of casual fans around the NBA, but trust me, diving deeper into the numbers, OG's defense is elite. He's got that strength, he's got the wingspan, he's got great instincts, and he is daunting for any would-be scorer that wants to put points on the board.
The Knicks with the lead. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. Near the three-point line, it's Holmgren. And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Yeah, they were going right at the opponent here and forcing their hands. I mean, like literally making them foul them.
Achua is out there with Robinson. Then there's Miles McBride. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in at the small forward. That's the 5 for New York right now. Now, here's Bridges. There's a screen by Achua. Bridges passes to Achua.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
22.
Mitchell finds Wallace. Back to Mitchell. Stolen by Brunson. And here we go. The fast break. Brunson's got it. Pulls up for 3. And McBride gets it to go. McBride's got himself on the board with 3 there. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for New York.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
Well, one thing that's noticeable is just tremendous energy from everybody, and they put that into their transition play, and all that hustle is paying off.
Now, here's Bridges. Plays it up and banks it in. Bridges has got the lead up to 11 now for New York.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. Good. Brunson, no fear down low. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
And there's the call on Precious Achua. That is his first foul of the game. Williams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City.
Number 6, Jalen
Caruso, a screen on Brunson. A 3-ball. It's rebounded by New York. McBride passes to Achua. A dunk by Achua.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Well, let's draw the double team. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
Brunson against Caruso. And there's the foul. Going Alex Caruso. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
McBride with the ball. There's a screen by Achua. Brunson kicks to Achua. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Brunson gets it to go.
Brunson won it. Those players that's just not going to be denied, determined to convert inside, and he does.
Brent, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think it amazes both of us that Jalen Brunson fell to the second round, the 33rd pick back in 2018. So with that in mind, how has he overcome the doubter?
Well, the first thing he got was opportunity, Kevin, and that's all you can ask for as a young player. What he was able to do in Dallas opened up the eyes of a lot of people to what he was capable of as a point guard in the league. But trust me, Jalen Brunson has never stopped believing in his ability and confidence to dominate a game the way that we've seen him do that in the past couple of seasons.
Thunder trailing by 14. Here's Wallace. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. We've got 1:13 left in the first half of basketball. New York's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Tipped away. Now here's Williams, covered by Achua. Here's Wallace. Count that one.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
The Knicks leading by 10. Brunson scanning the floor.
Oklahoma City. Foul. Mitchell. Second personal foul. Third team foul.
For three, Bridges. New York, no good that time either.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Pass to Williams. The three. Here's Hartenstein. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. In the corner, it's Bridges. Wants to get it to Robinson, and does.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
And so it's the New York Knicks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their lead is where it is. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. One guy who's been getting it done is OG Anunoby.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half, and I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Here's who Mark Daigneault is going to put out there to start the second half. The post pair form will be Williams and Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Wiggins in at the three. And it's Williams with the jam.
Even though they're still trailing, he continues to be lights out from the field. What a competitor.
In recent years, Brent, we've seen Oklahoma City turn into a contender simply by developing their own young talent.
Yeah, blocks on sticks, on bricks, on blocks, and that's what they've done. They have not signed a free agent, big-name guy. They've built from within. They've built an incredible roster by drafting well and fostering the growth of these young players, along with the coach who has given them a lot of belief. It's been pretty magical in OKC.
Takes a three. Dort misses. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for the New York Knicks. They've led by as many as 14 points.
First team foul.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. And Coach Mark Dagnall said, I look at him more like he's an artist. We can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow, thank you for the report. Here's Tucker. The three-pointer, no good. Holmgren kicks to Williams. And a wide-open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder with another miss. New York leading by 10. Anunoby has the open look. It's good from long range. Anunoby's got 20.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
No, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Now here's Holmgren from the arc. Connects from three-point range.
And I love the competitive edge Holmgren plays with, coming right back with his own triple.
Anunoby finds Towns. Now here's Hart. Anunoby outside. Misses the three. Thunder trailing by 10. One of the best 3 and D wings in the league. Well, let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple of seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
Shoots the three. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
How aggressive has he been on the offensive end? Over half the team's points have been his.
46. Wiggins, a screen on right. Here's Dort. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Anunoby with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Tucker a screen. Right side Towns. Basket counts. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you see Big Cat that has the size and coordination. Hard to bump him out of his rhythm.
Now here's Holmgren from the arc. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 assists in the game. And it's Tucker atop the key. New York moving it around. Tucker a screen. Here's Anunoby. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Knocked away. Thunder trailing by 12. In the corner, it's Wiggins. From past the arc. The shot off that time. For New York, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Hart, wide open. He fires. Hits it from three-point range. Hart's got 6.
Hart does a little bit of everything on the offensive end. He creates, he can score. This time knocks down a 3.
Gilgeous-Alexander sets the screen for Holmgren. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Towns for 3. The Thunder pull it in. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Floats it up for Holmgren. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And give credit to Holmgren for jumping all over that opportunity, putting his length to great use.
Anunoby against Dort. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 11.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
There's the triple. A big-time effort for OG Anunoby, providing a lot of energy for the New York Knicks. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Achua, Miles McBride out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Robinson, and it's Bridges in at the small forward position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Hartenstein, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for New York.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. You've got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
McBride's shot is off. Thunder trailing by 9. Up the floor. Here's Williams. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. The Knicks have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Here's Caruso. Comes up empty down low.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
McBride's shot is off. The Thunder shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Here's Wallace. Bangs home the trifecta.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
There's a good screen. And here's Brunson outside. Buries it from three-point range.
How about the response from Brunson, nailing 3 of his own?
Knicks lead 54-40.
Now Mitchell. Pass to Wallace. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Mitchell. Out to Wallace. On the wing, Williams. Lets it go from deep. Offensive rebound. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And it's Isaiah Hartenstein with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Towns, who's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Josh Hart comes in for Achua. OG Anunoby's checked in for Miles McBride. And it's Wright in for Jalen Brunson. The kick out to Towns. Over Wallace. And the Knicks miss again.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Williams gets the bucket.
Have to get out on him. He'll burn you from there repeatedly.
Here's Wright. Right side Towns. The kick out to Anunoby. Towns a screen on Dort. Anunoby passes to Towns. Back to Anunoby. Pass to Bridges. From downtown. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Holmgren's got his 5th rebound in this one. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Inside. Holmgren finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Drills it from outside. And now just a 3-point New York lead.
Lugans, Dort, give it to him.
Here's Hart. The kick out to Anunoby. We've got 1:23 left to play in the final quarter. Towns sets the pick for Anunoby. Pass to Wright. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
That one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Alex Caruso. He's checked in for Wallace. And Gilgeous-Alexander. Here we go. It's rebounded by New York. Wright with it. Williams picks him up. And that's a foul called on Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Anunoby outside. Pass to Hart. Going inside. And they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
Lugans Dort. That's his 3rd, 2nd team foul.
This is the time now.
One shot. The play is under video
Getting
review.
a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Now they're going for the jugular. A few more trips like that, and we might be able to see this one in the books.
Anunoby sends it back. For three, Bridges hands it from downtown. And the Knicks lead by 9.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
And Anunoby slams it in.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You can really feel the energy.
Huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. A confident win and one where they clearly...
You've come to the wrong place. These teams love to run.
Oh, they love to run. I mean, these teams score a great deal of transition baskets. They want to use their speed, their quickness, and attack the defense before it gets set.
Here are the starters for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. Jalen Williams is out there with Aaron Wiggins. And it's Hartenstein in at the 5. Here are the Thunder with the ball. Here's Jang, using his post moves to get the 2 points.
You can tell Dort keeps his options open when he has the ball. He'll set up another guy if he can.
Here's Holiday. They kick it out to Porzingis. No good on the triple. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. The 3 is up. Sinks the tray.
I'll tell you, that jumper from Gilgeous-Alexander is smooth and under control.
Boston has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Holiday from long range. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Williams from long range. Boston's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And when Porzingis can be a third option on a team, he is deadly and efficient, RJ.
We've always seen Porzingis as the guy or as a second option. But when he has elite teammates around him, he really flourishes.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Three-pointer. Sinks it from distance. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6.
Outside, inside, in between, it doesn't matter. SGA is lethal.
Horford, a screen on Dort. Pass to Horford. Outside Tatum. Fires from deep. Yes! Great play by Horford to set him up.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Dort, the pass to Holmgren, and the call will be against Derek White. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by. Williams from long range.
And you want more of this from Tatum, able to make an impact on defense with this kind of activity.
Oh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Jang. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. For Boston, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Porzingis with a screen on Dort. Holiday from long range. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Williams from long range. The Thunder with another miss.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daignault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror. He sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 6.
Sweet-looking jumper from the mid-range. I mean, Gilgeous-Alexander just making it look easy.
And there's the drive. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
From deep, Holmgren. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Oklahoma City?
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And also, I haven't seen a lot of resistance from the defense when it comes to limiting their points in transition.
Here's Jang. There's a screen by Jang. Williams from long range. Porzingis grabs the board.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Tatum passes to Porzingis. Looking to end the run. Back to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. From outside the arc. Ooh, solid defense from Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Williams. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Tatum. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Oklahoma City. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And from what we've seen from Oklahoma City, what's your take so far?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
Jaylen Brown is out there with Peyton Pritchard. Then it's Torrey Craig, and it's Queta in at center. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Williams finds Caruso. Williams, a screen on Brown. And here's Caruso outside, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Hauser. He takes it in. Outside Craig. Jacks up a 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Mitchell, a screen on Brown. And here's Caruso outside. Boston with a rebound. And you watch Alex Caruso on defense, RJ. He forces his fair share of turnovers.
Yeah, he's got great instinct, quick hands. You can't be loose with the ball around Caruso, one of the best one-on-one defenders in the game.
Here's Wallace driving inside. And Craig pulls it down. Celtics trail by 3. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
The Thunder have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Williams against Craig. Williams passes to Mitchell. Goes up on the wing. The Thunder with another miss.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Here's Wallace. After the basket by Boston. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Well, the defenders stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
Joe's checked in for Oklahoma City. Tipped away. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. Here's Wallace. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
So it's Boston now. The Thunder making their last shot. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And this is a star-driven league. But talk about the importance of role players, Graham.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
And so they foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Hauser. He's got 9. Pass to Pritchard. 5 to shoot. Here's Hauser. Brown with a screen. Takes the 3. Hauser can't get it to go.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw of the contest. And when you talk about the Boston Celtics last year, they were historically good, Richard.
Yeah, they had the 4th best net rating ever in the history of the game. That's Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, the MJ Bulls. Shattered the NBA record for offensive rating at 123.1. They were unreal.
Here's Pritchard, watched by Wallace. Pass to Hauser. Craig with a screen on Williams. Hauser, that's good.
Ooh, can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
Williams with it, picked up by Craig. The kick out to Williams. Outside Joe. For 3. Boston pulls it in. 50 seconds left in the second. Pass to Hauser. Now here's Craig. Here's Hauser. There's the triple. That won't go. 3 for 6 in this one. Thunder with a lead. Back to Caruso. Hartenstein with a screen on Brown. And here's Caruso outside. Queta pulls it in. Here's Pritchard. He's scoreless. Pass to Hauser. Brown, a screen on Caruso. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's the Thunder, up by 1. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're thinking about the shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And on the floor for Mark Daigneault starting the second half. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. Then it's Chet Holmgren, then it's Williams, and it's Jay in at the 4-man spot.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Holiday. For the lead. Out to Horford. Pass to White. Outside Holiday. Clock at 6. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
Oklahoma City shooting only 38% from the floor. Not great. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Defenders just clearing out, and Gilgeous-Alexander came in with a purpose.
Tatum inside. He's covered by Holmgren. Look at Tatum using his length.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be a good
Boston shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
First personal.
And it's tied up with that one. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 5. Here's Porzingis for the lead. Oh, what strength from KP.
A nice show of force by Porzingis, putting some muscle on the drive to finish right through contact.
Dort with it, guarded now by Holiday. Back to Dort. Holmgren with a screen on White. Dort for 3. Knocks down the triple.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Right side, Porzingis. Back to Holiday. Fires the 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Holmgren's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And there's the call on Al Horford. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Boston on D. They trail by 1. Here's Dort. Oh, a special move before that shot. So Dort's got 5 points in the quarter.
And clearly Dort knows how to operate inside, making his way to a high percentage shot.
Drains the triple.
I'm not sure why they aren't going to him more. He's scoring the ball so well.
Now here's Dort. He's got 5. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Dort. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. Pass to Holmgren from deep. Rebounded by the Celtics. Porzingis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. But of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Boston leading by 3. Outside Tatum. Tatum, a screen on Holmgren. Holiday looking for an opening. No good with the triple. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Deflected!
How about the defense from Holiday? Reading the play and using his defensive instincts to swat it back.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
And we've got a timeout call by Mark Daigneault. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Got a line change here for Boston. Pass to Williams. Will it go? Boston with a rebound. 1:16 left in the third quarter. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul. And the Thunder making a change here. Williams is checked in. A minute 15 left in the third quarter. Brown passes to Hauser. Brown, a screen on Wiggins. Back to Brown. Pass to Hauser. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Pritchard. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. And here's Hartenstein. And here's Caruso outside. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Outside, Brown. Pass to Hauser. The 3. The rebound by Wiggins. Thunder trail by 6. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Here's Hauser, hounded by Wiggins. He's 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
Personal foul. 4th team foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
At the line, Sam Hauser.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. 8 seconds left in the third. Here's Wallace. The long-distance three is buried.
3 points.
Wallace has got 6.
I mean, once he crosses the timeline, you need to...
He beats the buzzer!
How you finish a quarter.
Wow.
You play to the buzzer.
And so it's the Boston Celtics, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Defense is setting the tone. Back after this. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Peyton Pritchard is out there with Jaylen Brown. Then it's Torrey Craig. And it's Hauser in at the small forward position. That's the Boston 5. Wiggins with a steal. There's a screen by Wiggins. Gets the 3 ball to go.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Here's Hauser, pounded by Wiggins. And there's a pick. Here's Brown. Wiggins with a steal. Williams finds Wiggins. And here's Caruso outside. They get it again. Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
And Pritchard, here we go. And he converts the layup. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats. How the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
Yeah, one thing I think they should continue doing is attacking the break. Because right now, this defense has no answer for them when they do this.
On the take, and Williams punches it home.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
Here's Hauser. 3-pointer off the mark.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Caruso up top. Pass to Hartenstein. It's Wiggins on the wing. 5 on the clock. Now here's Caruso. Tight defense on him. And that one drops for him.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for it.
Good on the shot.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
Thunder trail by 3. Pass to Caruso. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Back to Wallace to tie it up. On target from range. And it's a tie ball game.
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
Yeah, the second half in stark contrast with the first. Coach must have gotten on them a little bit at halftime.
Pritchard, the pass to Hauser.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Back to Pritchard. Out to Craig. Outside, Brown. 3-pointer. Oh, almost had a 4. And with this game coming down to the wire, they're quick to use their coach's challenge. Asking for a review. This could be a big call.
At the line, Jaylen Brown. At the line for 3 shots.
Still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Caruso, pass to Wallace. Hartenstein a screen to take the lead. They grab their own miss. Outside, Williams. Caruso outside. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Here's Cada. Watch by Wallace. Cada. Pass to Hauser. Here's Pritchard. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Craig, no good. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 12-4 run. And it's good.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Here's Cada. Outside Craig. Right side Brown. No luck on that one. Good work defensively by Caruso. Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A. The clock is theirs to burn.
Wiggins passes to Williams. And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Left side Williams. With the drive. Yes!
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
There's 6 seconds left in the final quarter. Tatum from long range. And he sinks it. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within one. And so it's the Thunder who come out on top here. And this was an emotional win for them.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mid, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna
tonight's contest, Coach. Why are both teams so good rebounding?
Well, I'd like to say it's great coaching, Kevin. You know, I can always give those guys credit. But in reality, both teams do have a philosophy to go after the ball, and both these teams have tough, active people who are committed to getting as many extra possessions as they possibly can.
And you can't win in this league unless you can rebound.
Well, especially on the defensive end, Kevin, you've got to be able to keep the other team off the glass. At the offensive end, it sort of varies from team to team.
So the New York starting five. At point, we'll see Brunson with Anunoby next to him. Towns is out there with Precious Achiuwa. And it's Hart in at the three, the small forward. Shot clock at 6. Anunoby passes to Achiuwa. Takes it off the glass.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Yeah, and now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
In shooting while in rhythm, Porzingis demonstrating how you torch the defense off the dribble.
And the conversation for Porzingis, Coach, tends to always come back to health. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
The shot by Holiday, no good. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for New York. Anunoby has the open look. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
And Holiday kicks to Brown. Launches it. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
You got to cut off these lanes if you're the D. When Towns spots one, he's coming through full force.
Outside, Porzingis. Outside, Tatum. He takes it in. Outside, Horford. On the wing, Brown. Horford with the screen on Hart. Here's Brown. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Well, you got to know the scouting report on Brown. He's solid cashing in from the mid-range.
Towns, the pass to Anunoby. Towns sets the pick for Anunoby. The rebound by Holiday. And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Trailing by 2. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What you got for us, DA?
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, we can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time. They can start on other teams, and we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
And here's Porzingis. After OG Anunoby made that last three-pointer. The kick out to Holiday. Nailed from three-point land.
Gotta respect the range of Holiday if you're the D, showing he can hurt you from that area.
Hart the pass to Anunoby. Wright sets a screen for Anunoby. Back to Hart. Here's Achiuwa. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Celtics trail by 4. Outside Holiday. The tray. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
From outside the arc. Anunoby, no good. For Boston, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Here's Tatum. Over in the corner, Brown. Outside Holiday. Horford sets a screen for Holiday. Pocket 6. In the corner. Tatum with it. This one for 3. Some solid defense from Hart. New York has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. There's the drive. Banked in off the glass.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Tatum drives in. And the dunk by Tatum.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Knicks. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Knicks.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
The guards are Pritchard and White. Then it's Torrey Craig. And it's Queta in its center. That's the Boston 5. Now, here's Tucker. Defense right on him. Here's Brunson. Craig pulls it in.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
And the basket by Hauser.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Bridges kicks to Brunson. Bridges a screen on White. Here's Brunson. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Great jumper there from Brunson, living off that mid-range.
Queta, the pass to Craig. Here's Pritchard. Brunson covering. It's White on the wing. Fires the 3. Here's Craig. Beyond the arc. And the basket by Hauser. Hauser's got the lead up to 3 now for the Celtics.
That's a terrific kick-out pass. When the defense collapses like that on the inside, you've got open people outside.
Bridges, no one around him. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Bridges has got his first 3 points of the game. Here's White. Pass to Hauser. Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. Puts up a deep 3. The long distance 3 is buried. Hauser's got 9 points.
He is in a zone right now. Every 3 he puts up seems to be going down.
Celtics foul. Nias Queta. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Brunson adds a 2-pointer. Hey, Stan, as a coach, what was the most difficult part when transitioning from college to the pros?
That's a great question, Kevin, and I think 2 things. Number one, the length and the pace of the season. You just didn't have the time to prepare for the next game. Everything was sped up. And then, obviously, the talent of the players. So you're trying to game plan and come up with a way to stop guys who are essentially unstoppable.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Hauser, defended by Bridges, and there's a whistle. It goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Pritchard passes to Hauser. Here's the 3. Robinson pulls it in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7
in the conference semis. With all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So no doubt expectations will be high.
Out to the right wing. Back to Craig. Pass to Hauser. Stolen by Brunson. McBride finds Brunson. And there's the foul. It's on Peyton Pritchard. That is his first foul of the game.
Third team foul.
1:19 left now here in the second. And Brunson gets it to go.
Just a reflexive move by Brunson, putting complete trust in his mechanics.
Craig. White the pass to Pritchard. Craig sets the screen for White. Right wing. Fires it up. Craig, good. And the Celtics lead by 3.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
Robinson misses.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
To the right side. Pass to Hauser. Fires the 3. Robinson pulls it in. Knicks trail by 3. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. On deep, Brunson. Rebounded by the Celtics. Robinson dishes to Tucker. To the inside. 5 to shoot. Another shot. Fires for 3. Kept alive. Robinson kicks it to Tucker. There's the triple. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Celtics lead by 3. All right, thank you, David. Folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot drums. They're measuring up the shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. It's a 3-point game.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
White is checked in for the Knicks. Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Achua is out there with Hart. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Wright in at the point guard. There's a screen by Achua. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. Boston leading by 3. Brown sets a screen for Tatum. The kick out to Brown. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Hart.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. And stolen by Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
Porzingis sets the pick for Tatum. Off target from 3-point range. For New York, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. The 3 from Porzingis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 3rd assist on the night. minutes gone by in this half. Anunoby kicks to Towns. Anunoby a screen on Porzingis, and it goes down 2 points. Towns has got 5.
And you see Big Cat has the size and coordination. Hard to bump him out of his rhythm.
Anunoby passes to Achua. The kick out to Anunoby. Shot clock at 5. Back to Achua. The dunk by Achua.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Tatum drives in, and so Boston again turning it over. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's Bridges. Good work there as it goes. He has 5.
One tough customer. Bridges fighting for the basket in close.
Here's White. Pass to Hauser. Here's Pritchard. Here's Hauser. He's got 9. And play stops as it looks like they call him over the back here.
And he drew that call by establishing his base early and then doing a great job with the box out.
Yeah, it's something we don't see a whole lot in games. Just too aggressive going up.
Boston foul.
The Knicks have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And both free throws good for Brunson. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Pritchard passes to Hauser. White looking around. Craig kicks to White. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Brunson the pass to McBride. There's a screen. Wide open. And he hits the jump shot. McBride's got the lead up to 7 now for New York.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Pritchard. And again, unable to change momentum here. New York leading by 7. To the middle. New York moving the ball around. McBride, good on the three-point shot. McBride's got his second basket of the night.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Bridges misses. Here's White. Good on the triple. White's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
At the line for the Knicks, PJ.
That one is no good.
Taking 3 shots.
And he nails the third. Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
And the misconnection there. Fans guarding their beverages. That's a pass he'd like back for sure.
Here's Robinson. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the New York Knicks in control. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, he really just helps tie this team together. They know they can count on him to set them up.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The guards are Pritchard and White. And it's Torrey Craig. And it's Cada in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Boston Five. Then Bridges jams it in.
Unbelievable. You think of Bridges as understated, not that flashy, and then he does that.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
Well, look, plays like that are exactly why they find themselves in such a deep hole.
And New York making a change here. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Robinson. Achua comes in for P.J. Tucker. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Bridges. And OG Anunoby subbed in for Miles McBride. Anunoby outside. Money from the wing. And the Knicks lead by 10. Boston shooting in this game 45%. Here's Tatum. Emphatic finish by Tatum.
And the defense hates to see it. Tatum putting on a little bit of a show with that jam.
Anunoby finds Achua. Top of the key. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his fourth rebound in this one. Over in the corner, Brown. Oh, good on the triple. New York leading by 8. Here's Brunson. They kick out to Anunoby. Got that one up quick.
Oh, what a find. The ball just comes out of Brunson's hands on time.
Here's Tatum. The kick out to Brown. Pass to Porzingis. Holiday pulls up from the corner. Right through the cylinder that time. All net.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Brunson scanning the floor. No good with the triple. Celtics trail by 8. Holiday with it. Hart covering. Outside, Porzingis. The kick out to Tatum. No good from outside. The Knicks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And it's the size and mobility of Towns that makes it so hard to deal with, especially when he's looking to score.
Boston making a switch here. White's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Bridges checks in. Here's White. Over in the corner, Porzingis. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Jalen Brunson.
Number 0, DeLon Wright.
Here's Tatum driving to the basket. White setting the pick for Porzingis. And the 3 off target.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Celtics trail by 10. Now kicks to Tatum. On the wing, Holiday. Guarded by Wright. Out to White. Out to the right wing. Just 3 to shoot. A 3 from Porzingis. Wow. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
At the line, Kristaps Porzingis. At the line for
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to do a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, well, let's summarize what Tom Thibodeau went over with his guys during the break. Now, he kept it simple in the huddle. He said, play smart. If we don't beat ourselves, we walk away with the win. Keep it simple, and we got this. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. The Knicks leading by 7. Bridges a screen on Holiday. Here's Anunoby. to Bridges. Rebound, Boston.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Stolen by Holiday. Jumps up. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
A fearless shot there by Holiday. With the whole team counting on him, he is able to come through.
Here's Towns. The kick out to right. Down low. Looking for Bridges. He gets it there. Kick to right. Just 5 on the clock. Unloads. New York, no good that time either. The big-time possession here.
Yeah, and their hearts must be going 100 miles an hour right now.
Holiday. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
The kick out to Towns. Towns, a screen on White.
And they've got a foul to give here if they need it.
Here's Tatum. On offense, here are the Celtics. They're on a 14-6 run.
Next foul,
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1. Both free throws good from Holiday.
You can't have any more pressure on you than he had at the line right there. Shows you what he's made up as he's able to tie it up.
Here's Anunoby. Yes! And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
For the tie, Robinson with the block. So a close game sees New York take this one. This win, such a tremendous...
Battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Now, New York starting five. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's DeLon Wright. And it's Anunoby in at the 2. And it's Holmgren missing.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Now Wright. Pass to Anunoby. Knocked loose. And stolen by Holmgren. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Wiggins for 3. The Knicks with the rebound. It's Hart on the wing. Williams defending. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Doris, it's hard to believe the Knicks title drought has gone on for over 50 years now.
Oh, that fan base is just dying for an opportunity to win the championship. And here's the thing, B.A., what I love about that fan base, through all the years where the Knicks struggled, on any given night, that building is as electric as any in the league.
Here's Wiggins. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Nice basic one-hander there.
Hey, I think he got some extra bounce off the ground on that one. Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort finds Williams. Oh, big finish!
Oh, did you see that? And we see the speed and power. And Williams shows off on that one.
Right, pass to Anunoby. The 3 is up. Counted from distance.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Oklahoma City has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Holmgren with a screen on Wright. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
A bit ago, Mark Dagnall and I were able to chat, and he said when you watch film on Karl Anthony Towns, his size is impressive, but when you're actually standing next to him, he looks a whole lot bigger. And he knows how to use that size on the blocks and on the perimeter, which makes him an especially tough cover. Brian?
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
I'll tell you, it's 6'8" with the elite athleticism. Good luck checking OG Anunoby on the interior.
Holmgren, the pass to Dort. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Towns. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
I'll tell you what, it's hard to stop Karl Anthony Towns when he's looking to score. He's got every trick at his arsenal.
There's a screen by Wiggins. Nails it from 3.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
And Doris, such an important guy on the defensive end. Lou Dort.
He is strong. He plays hard. He's willing to mix it up physically. He's a tremendous athlete. This guy is tough to score.
And Williams punches it home.
And the quickness in transition. I mean, I like watching Williams convert in these situations.
Hart passes to Anunoby. Tucker with a screen on Wiggins. Pass to Tucker. Back to Anunoby. Shot clock at 6. Connects from downtown. Anunoby's got 8.
Nice job by OG Anunoby to be aggressive from distance.
Here's Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's New York with a rebound. Here's Tucker. And again, New York with the triple.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Williams from long range. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. 9 points in the game.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. He loves seeing these type of results.
Towns outside. Launches it. Can't hit that one. The Thunder have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. The 3 from Holmgren. And he can't get that one. New York has gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. Anunoby passes to Hart. Now here's Wright. Hart finds Towns. Off the mark there with a 3. Oklahoma City trailing. Back to Holmgren. Nails the baby hook.
And this is where Holmgren is such a scoring threat. His size can make interior shots easier to find.
Here's Tucker. And slam dunk by Tucker. Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
The 3 from Holmgren. He's off on that one. No good there. And so it's OG Anunoby making things happen for New York. 8-point. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Knicks?
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land.
Never hurts.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
So here are the 5 for New York as they start the second. We've got Mitchell Robinson. Mikal Bridges is out there with Achua. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's Brunson in at the 1.
Oh, that's some pesky defense. Should have thought twice before attempting that pass. Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Well, the Thunder will be building a new arena, Doris, right across the street from their current home.
Well, how exciting that the downtown arena is set to open in the 29-30 season with a 25-year lease. This secures the team's long-term future in Oklahoma City. And honestly, BA, this fan base is so passionate, they deserve it.
And Brunson's got the ball here for New York. They trail by 1. Here's Robinson. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Robinson's got his first basket.
Well, you want Mitchell Robinson to finish with strength and authority, and he does there.
They set the screen. Williams from long range drills it from deep. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
Now here's Bridges. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Achua. Out to Bridges. Stolen by Caruso. Here's Wallace. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Well, OKC has a great track record with their draft picks, and it seems like they got another one in Casey Wallace.
Wallace was the 10th pick in 2023. He's going to give you great physical pressure defense on the perimeter, and then he's going to play to his strength offensively. OKC rarely misses with their draft picks, and they didn't on this guy.
And the basket by Joe.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Brunson. Shot to stop the run. Got a hand on it. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him. Brunson's got his first points of the night. Thunder leading by 5. Wallace outside. Pass to Hartenstein. Joe with the ball. From behind the arc. That one won't fall. He's 1 for 3 on the day.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Boy, Mitchell Robinson, a hard man to stop when he's got momentum. Nice.
Caruso against Bridges. The 3 ball. The Knicks pull it in.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Brunson assertive on the take. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Caruso pass to Hartenstein. Lays it up and banks it in. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
They've been pretty intimidating on the defensive end, knocking away shootings, containing shooters, and making it tough to find looks.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
That one misses. And Doris, some use the term stocks to add up steals and blocks. Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama's stocks are through the roof.
Well, in fact, since the turn of the century, only 5 rookies ever have averaged over 3, quote, stocks per game. Victor and Chet are both on that list. And listen, if you're a passionate NBA fan, you are so excited about these two young men. The size and the skill and the eye-popping things they're doing on a nightly basis. NBA is in good hands.
Take it off in transition. Jalen Brunson.
We call that, folks, the stop and pop. Jalen Brunson with the pull-up J.
Joe, the pass to Williams. Caruso with it. He's guarded by Bridges. To the left side wing. Wallace. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Wallace has got 7 now in this quarter. Pass to Bridges. Out to the right wing. Achua with a screen. From the top of the key, a nice shot by McBride.
You know, guys, that's the selfless attitude of Mikal Bridges. So willing to give it up to an open guy.
Williams passes to Hartenstein. Williams on the wing. Pass to Hartenstein. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Caruso outside. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
Achua into the lane. Achua with the dunk.
Well, as always, Jalen Brunson making the right play. This guy loves to set up his teammates.
Outside Joe. Over to the left wing. Pass to Caruso. He drains it at the buzzer. Makes his... All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break. Ready for the second half. We've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Jalen Williams really making a difference here.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Inside, we got Williams and Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Wiggins in at the 3. The small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Oh, Williams with the block.
And Williams getting his timing just right on the block. Defending with purpose.
Here's Holmgren. The kick out to Williams. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. He stops. He pops. Dort with a steal. Holmgren with it. And it's Anunoby picking him up. 4-3. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got 4 rebounds now. Doris, not only is the Thunder roster full of young talent, they also have a ridiculous amount of draft capital.
BA, you've got to give a ton of credit to the front office. They've got multiple options going forward. Continue to draft and develop their talent, or perhaps use those picks to trade for a superstar you believe fits.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. There's a screen. Outside Anunoby. From the wing, Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort for three. Tips it up. Towns with a rebound. Knicks trail by 7. It's Hart on the wing. Williams defending. Hart passes to Tucker. Now Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
We haven't seen many buckets like that one. These teams have struggled to dial in their shooting.
Well, you have to appreciate the defensive battle for sure. Both squads struggling on the offensive end. We call this grit and grind.
Dort, the pass to Holmgren. It's stolen by Wright. Outside Hart. Here he goes. So it'll be 2 free. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
Josh Hart, 2 shots. The play will be reviewed under NBA rules.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. And Tucker pulls it down.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Poke loose. Right outside. Takes it inside, and that one is stuffed right through.
The quickness of DeLon Wright is a lot for defenders to deal with. How pretty is that drive?
Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Here's Anunoby. Cranked it in off the glass. Anunoby's got 10 points in the game.
What a pretty pass from DeLon Wright. This guy can play 1 or 2, but that passing ability is important at either position.
Great touch from deep, Gilgeous-Alexander.
This dude is capable of some memorable moves. He's showing off and having a little fun.
There's a screen. Anunoby passes to Tucker. Dort with a steal. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Thunder lead by 7.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Goes up from the top of the key, and the rebound goes to the Thunder. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on P.J. Tucker. That's foul number 2 for him. A line change here for Oklahoma City.
Substitution on the court.
Williams against Achua. Williams passes to Joe. Caruso, a screen on Brunson. Clock at 6. This one for 3. Drops in the 3. He's got 10.
And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
McBride can't get it to go. Here's Oklahoma City now. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. That's on Mikal Bridges. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. It's a 13-point game. Back to McBride. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. McBride's got his second bucket on the night. Just 4 seconds left in the third. Here's Wallace. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th. Mikal Bridges is out there with Achua. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. And it's McBride in at the 2.
Yeah, just masterful use of the pick and roll by Jalen Brunson. Shot ready as soon as he wants to let it fly.
From the arc, Wallace's shot is good. And the Thunder lead by 11.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
Now, Jalen Brunson approaches the point guard position as a scorer. Boy, this guy can light you up.
Here's Wallace. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Bridges misses. Thunder leading by 12. Williams with it, and Bridges picks him up defensively. Brunson against Caruso. Uses the glass on the layup.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long. Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
Bridges against Caruso. The 3. Oh, the Thunder, another 3.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
And it's Bridges with the jam.
If you overplay Mikal Bridges to take the jump shot, that's creating driving lanes, and he'll take advantage.
One-handed tomahawk. That's a guaranteed highlight, B.A.
Check out the bench. They flew out of their seats after that. The offensive rebound. Here's Achua. Outside Brunson. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges. A big group substitution here for Oklahoma City. Holmgren, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Williams comes in for Williams. Dort, he's checked in for Wallace. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Joe. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
And let's give them credit to the shot blocking on display. They set the tone early and have kept the pressure on defensively.
It's stolen by Hart. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Brunson against Gilgeous-Alexander. Kicks it out Towns. There's a minute 47 left in the 4th quarter. That one goes. Count it. Oklahoma City leading by 13. And here is Williams. And a foul on Josh Hart. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the 4th. Pass to Caruso. Just 5 to shoot. To the paint. Here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Thunder.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
The shot by Dort, no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Towns, a screen on Dort. Anunoby passes to Towns. Let's go with a three. Hits the trifecta.
Anthony Towns for three.
52 seconds left in the fourth. The three from Holmgren. It's hauled in by Jalen Brunson. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for New York. Down by 12. And that one good. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. The kick out to Williams. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Thunder lead by 13. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Stolen by Caruso. And that one is hammered home.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Anunoby finds Brunson. Tries it from the top of the key. The shot, no good.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
And so Oklahoma City takes this one. And Allie, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mid, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the kiss. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for Got some great guards going head-to-head in this one. Brent, what will you keep your eye on in that matchup?
Well, Kevin, you're pointing out the guard play, so this is when they have a chance to go one-on-one. Which of these tandems can stand out against the other? Tons of pick and roll, tons of creativity, and we'll see which of these guys can pair off tonight to win this contest.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. Tatum in the front court alongside Horford. And it's Porzingis in at the center, locking down the middle. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Tatum wide open. He fires one. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
This is why Tatum is a volume three-point shooter, because he knows how accurate he can be.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Williams. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Brent, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous-Alexander has an answer to whatever the defense might throw at him.
Well, the defenses don't have answers to stop him, Kevin. I know that. This guy is so quick with the basketball. He's so good at adapting on the fly with the ball, getting around the initial defender to make plays. Superstars have that quality. SGA has it in spades.
Now Dort. After the missed three from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort passes to Holmgren. Dort against White. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Williams. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
What a great option he gives them on every possession.
There's the double team with Dort. Here's Holiday, and it's slammed in. By Holiday.
How about True rising up, getting to the rim? Love the power on that dunk, too.
Dort against Horford. Outside, Dort. Holmgren with a screen on Horford. The kick out to Williams. Hits the three-point bomb. Williams has got 5 now.
Some heads-up ball there from Dort.
For 3. And it's White missing. Thunder have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Dort a screen on Porzingis. Back to Dort, and it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. And the Thunder, another 3.
Oh, that jumper is so pure. Gilgeous-Alexander with great confidence.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks. Mark Dagnall and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Coach said they want to force Jason Tatum to uncomfortable spots on the floor. Now, they recognize those spots are few and far between, but Coach wants to keep Tatum out of the paint specifically. If his team can do that and force Tatum to shoot more from outside, I feel relatively good about their chances. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks. Oklahoma City's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Outside, Williams. Buries it from three-point range. Williams has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Thunder.
And I like how unselfish Dort was on that play, freely giving it away rather than trying to chase down something for himself.
Pass to Holmgren. There's 1:26 left to play in the first. Gilgeous-Alexander against White with the fadeaway. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Celtics trail by 4. And White, the bucket on the assist by Tatum.
And Tatum is all about doing what's best for the team. Superb as a ball mover in terms of finding his teammates.
Pass to Chang. Back to Holmgren. Stolen by Tatum. And here we go with Horford running up the court. Outside Tatum. The kick out to Holiday. From past the arc. Thunder with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Holmgren finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Holmgren. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
Now here's White. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Count that one. White's got 5 points so far. Holmgren with a screen on Tatum. Here's Williams. Near the three-point line, it's Holmgren. And so it's Jalen Williams making things happen for Oklahoma City. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Thunder?
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Alex Caruso out there with Williams. Then there's Isaiah Hartenstein. Then there's Cason Wallace. And it's Joe in at the point. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. And it's good for two.
You see the unselfishness right there. Brown wanting to keep his teammates involved.
Puts up a deep three. The Thunder pull it in. Caruso looking for an opening. Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Caruso. Three-pointer. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Here's Brown. Here's Hauser. Lets the three fly. It's good from long range. Hauser's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Caruso against Brown. Caruso kicks to Wallace. Back to Caruso. 6 to shoot. Pass to Wallace. This one for three. Caruso, no good. Celtics trail by 3. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Hauser. And there are the Celtics with another basket. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Craig kicks to Cornette. Back to Craig. Pass to Hauser. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. And Caruso's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. Joe with it. Takes the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Caruso's got 9 points in the quarter. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
And that's how you do it. Impressive play, explosive finish.
Yeah, sweet finishes like that, you see everybody get up. Look at the guys on the bench. They're fired up.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Here's Wallace following the bucket by the Celtics. 1:41 left in the second quarter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Caruso. It's hauled in by Cornette.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy misser too.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Alden. David.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the 2 J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
Back, David, remember a couple of years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. Glad they're still together. Great positioning on the putback. Hartenstein's got the lead up to 6 now for the Thunder.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Pritchard passes to Hauser. 43 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. The kick out to Brown. Trains it from beyond the arc.
That's a smart pass. Get it to Brown and just let Jalen cook.
Hartenstein with a screen on Brown. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Here's Pritchard.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the night.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team, so you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Dort passes to Williams. Outside, Dort. A big-time effort for Alex Caruso, providing a lot of energy for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Alex Caruso with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. Filling the perimeter slots, it'll be White and Tatum. Horford and Porzingis are manning the post position. And it's Holiday in at the 1.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time he might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Here's Holmgren.
Well, Porzingis with that huge wingspan can still be a tough matchup for any opposing shooter. Just a quick challenge with that long length. He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar in this league.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Holmgren. Here's Jang. 5 on the clock. Off target with his 3. Celtics trail by 3. Porzingis with the ball. Williams picks him up. Here's Holiday. Out to Porzingis. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Williams. And a slam by Williams.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Porzingis can't hit. The Thunder leading by 5. Williams scanning the floor. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Horford. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Gilgeous-Alexander does a lot of things well, and this time playing with some great offensive balance.
White the pass to Tatum. White setting the bid for Tatum. A 3 from Tatum.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
It's tipped. Holiday with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Tatum for three. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. They lead by 4. Williams finds Holmgren. No good on the three.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And here's Tatum for three. Knocks down the three ball.
3 points.
Tatum's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Boston. Taken away by Holiday. 1:53 left to play in the third. Porzingis passes to Tatum. For the lead, and the rejection by Holmgren.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
We've got 1:28 left to play in the third. Holiday with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. The wide open look here for Porzingis. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. The Thunder leading by 3. Holiday against Gilgeous-Alexander. For the tie. And Drew Holiday. The bucket on the assist by Porzingis. Holiday's got 7 points in the game.
Boy, does that help. When Drew Holiday's connecting from the three-point line, it opens up so much of the floor.
And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. Back to Holmgren. From deep. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the Thunder going with the whole new group out there.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Austin's got the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Pass to Craig. Here's Hauser. Right wing. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Pritchard. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Here's Wallace. Offensive rebound. Now Hartenstein. Hartenstein with the screen on Craig. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Going to the rack with energy. Afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to...
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Thunder out in front. They lead by a bucket. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Williams is out there with Alex Caruso. Then there's Wallace. Then there's Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Joe in at the 1 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. To take the lead. Rebounded by Joe. The Thunder with the lead. Pass to Williams. Fires from deep. The shot will not fall. The Celtics shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Brown jams it in.
A supremely athletic player. Brown really stuck it to them there.
Joe finds Caruso. Wallace looking for an opening. On the wing, Williams. Launches a 3. Nice shot by Wallace.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Pritchard gets the bucket.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close, he's getting the ball.
Here's Caruso. Off target from outside. Boston trailing. Here's Brown to take the lead, and it's good on the layup. And that's now 7 points for Jaylen Brown.
And far from just a perimeter scorer, Brown also adept at finishing in close.
Caruso, the pass to Joe. Pass to Wallace. Lets it go with a three. Trade pulls it in.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Here's Pritchard. Here's Hauser. Drills the three-pointer. And the Celtics lead by 4.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Williams comes in for Kenrich Williams. Dort, he's checked in for Wallace. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Isaiah Joe. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Mark Daigneault talking to his team during the break. He told the players, you guys are too talented to be playing this lackadaisical. Push the ball up the floor, get out on the break, and get to the fast break. Guys, we'll see if they can get it done.
Thanks so much, David.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Outside, Porzingis. The three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Celtics?
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
You probably have to touch on as well that tonight their penetration has been awesome. I mean, they put force on this game, attacking off the bounce, and the willingness to do that has paid off.
And White gets to Holiday. Tatum setting the pick for Holiday. It's up a three. Caruso grabs the miss. Number trailing by 3. Outside Williams takes a three. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
He is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Pass to Brown. Holiday, a screen on Caruso. Brown dishes to Tatum. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got his 6th rebound on the night. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Gilgeous-Alexander coming through big time.
Holiday, the pass to Tatum. Puts up a deep three. Doesn't go for him.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Williams has a screen for Dort. On the wing, Williams. Throws it down. If the official calls the foul, it may be a 3-point play. The coach's challenge has been issued. First game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
That's his 2nd personal foul. 13 foul. At the line for your Oklahoma City.
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Porzingis against Holmgren. 6 on the shot clock. Tatum's shot is off.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
One of the most unique players that we've seen, Holmgren, part of this new crop of 7-footers with skill, combines rare length and a great ability. And when you add his feel for the game, it could make him special.
Nine seconds left in the fourth. Holiday with the 3. Trifecta! So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. What a show they put out here at home tonight.